Hi, welcome to May's Kit. I'm super excited about this. We've got lots of fun sprays to work with. We have some great prompt cards and a really cool stencil, so let's get going. All right, so the first card that we're going to work on is the shape prompt, which is a star. I love stars. I think they might be my favorite for working in just on projects, period. I love circles, but man, I really love stars. Okay, draw a stamp or find stars to use. Find objects around your house that you could use to make stars. All right, so I have a couple things here. I have a star that I made out of cardboard. You see, I just drew a star the way I know how to do it, and I kind of cut loosely around that. So I made my own star. You could die cut a star, you know, if you don't have a stamp. I do also have a stamp set. I have a couple stamp sets of stars because I do love them so much. But this one is really fun. Got different sizes and shapes and different patterns going on within them. And even has some words that I might use, you know, in the end. We'll see. So I have that, and I have an ink pad, and then of course I have my stencil, and I've been jonesing to use this. I'm so excited for this stencil. It's called Pods. I hope that you like it and find some inspiration in using it, and so that's what we're going to do. I've got all three of my sprays, so you will have different colors, but you should have a color bloom too. You should have a Dilutions ink spray, and you should have a gloss spray. Okay, so these are the ones that I have for today. I have Brimstone Wings, Blue Lagoon, and White. Okay, and I chose white very specifically, and I'm pretty sure somebody got, at least one person got a white in their kit. And I think, you know, I really love color, but I think this might be my favorite of the gloss sprays, and I'm going to show you why, because there's a really cool thing you can do with the white. So if you don't have white, you need to get white. Okay, so we're going to use all three sprays today and just kind of play with them, see how they work together, and just have some fun. Okay, so the first thing I would like to do is use my fun new stencil, and I'm just going to use it in a really basic way. Okay. I'm going to take my Color Bloom 2, which I should have primed. So if you haven't filled your Color Bloom 2 yet, when you get it, you'll notice there's just like some powder in the bottom, right? And that is all your wonderful color. All you need to do is take it to the tap. You can use tap water, cold, room temperature, whatever. And I just filled it to this top line, but you know, you could go all the way up if you want. You just want to fill it with water, and then you want to give it a good shake so that all these little shimmer bits are mixed in. I love this spray. It's just so different. Like, you notice most other spray bottles have this regular kind of pump nozzle, right? And it just gets clogged and stuff, and they're fine. They're fine. There's nothing wrong with them, you know. I mean, other than, you know, sometimes they get clogged, especially with the gloss sprays. But I found with this kind of spray nozzle that I can have so much more control over how much is coming out and how it's broadcast. So if you just press full down, you're just going to get a spray all over, right? But you can just like dribble it out, and I'll show you when we're going through it. But I am totally in love with this nozzle. I wish I could have it for all of my sprays. And then the other really cool thing about this Color Bloom 2 from Prima is the way that it dries and what it looks like. I meant to bring, I think I didn't do it, but I meant to bring sample. I have like a color swatch. I have a color swatch of all the colors that I have, and so I just like slowly, you know, squirted some out onto watercolor paper, and then I moved it around with a palette knife so you could see the variation of the color and stuff. And I noticed in spots where it was more concentrated and like pooling, when it dries, it's glossy, and it's darker, and it has like some dimension to it, and it's really amazing. And I've never seen that in another spray. So I hope that you really put this one to the test and see all the cool things it can do. Okay, so let's start with with this, I'm just going to do a general broadcast for now, okay? I want to get this pattern kind of everywhere, okay? And then, oh my gosh, so pretty. This is Brimstone Wings. I'm kind of in love with it if you didn't know already. You know me and lime green, huh? All right, I'm going to do the opposite down here, because why not? And it's not lined up, and it's not going to be perfect, and that is awesome. That's what I want. Okay, just messy. Got some green all over the background. I'm going to take this and do our positive negative technique, and I'm going to take a piece of paper towel, and I'm just going to press it down. So now we've got a second page started. I'm only going to work on one page today, but you know me, I can't waste the pigments. Ooh, I'm so excited. This is beautiful. And the other really nice thing about this color bloom is that it has some really good shimmer to it. So that's exciting. Okay, I am going to wipe off the rest of this because I've got most of it off on the page. Okay, and I think we're good with the stencil. I love this stencil. It's so fun. The pattern is really cool. I hope that you're enjoying it, and I'd love to hear what you think. Okay, so now this has to dry. Okay, now it's dry. Let's take a look. Ooh, pretty, pretty. Look at the shimmer. And look at up here. There's one spot where it did kind of pool. And look at it's a little raised. It's glossy. Oh, man. You need to try it with yours, okay? Whatever color you got. They're all amazing and beautiful. So I'm excited to see how you use yours. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is use this gloss spray in white, and I'm going to show you a fun technique with this, okay? So we are going to get the star while I'm shaking this. All right, so we're going to put the star in different places. And my fingers are about to get really inky, and that's okay. All right. So I'm going to put it down here. Let's see. Actually, instead of me getting inky, let's try something. I'm going to use some low-tack tape, kind of roll it so it's sticky on both sides. Oh, it won't even stick to itself. Okay. Well, this might not work. Let's just play. We're experimenting. Okay, I might need to get slightly stickier tape. We'll see. Okay, so let's put this guy this way. I just need it to mostly be stuck down. Okay, this is working. Let's try it. All right, so this is going to be a mask, right? The star is going to be a mask for us. All right, so now we're going to take the white spray. Oh, it's brand new, yay! Okay, and we're just going around it, okay? And then we're going to pick this guy up carefully. Look it left a star around with the pattern coming through. It put some nice white around it. Very cool, I'm excited for that. And now we've got a white star we can use somewhere later. I'm excited. Okay, so now we're going to stick it down again and do it again. And you can decide how much or how little, right? I definitely want some of this background showing through. Some really cool things are happening already. This is like cracking over here. That was unexpected, but really awesome. Okay, and we'll do one more right down here. All right. This white spray, man, it is the bomb. Bomb diggity. Okay, here we go. We're going to lift it. All right, I'm going to let this guy dry, and we're going to dry this. So a lot of drying in between, but that's okay. I would say for your gloss sprays, if they're new for you, this is from experience, I know this, you need to clean this nozzle, okay? You need to clean the nozzle really well and cover it right away, and that will help keep it clear longer, okay? So let me dry this, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, we're back. So now the white is dry, okay? And you're like, well, that's okay, but you can't really see it. Some spots are kind of muted, but I mean, if I do this, you can see where the stars are, right? But just looking at it head on, there's not much change, right? And you're probably thinking like, that's a horrible technique. Okay, so I'm going to put this guy aside because I really like him the way he is, and I don't want him to get be influenced by the next thing we're going to do. So now we're going to take the regular Blue Lagoon Dilution Ink spray, so whatever color you have or you're using will work fine, and we are going to spray over this whole page. Okay, are we ready? All right, here we go. I made a big, huge mess. Do you see the stars coming out? Mm-hmm. Yes. So now what we can do, let's try it while it's wet and see what happens. I think blotting is good. So I'm just going around where I know it might be better to wait till it's dry so you get more concentration of color in the star. And you could try it both ways. I would say don't smear, maybe just rub like this. Okay. Look at how those stars just pop right out. Isn't that cool? We can still see the green pattern through in the background. It's definitely more subdued and in the background and not as prominent, but these stars now are taking center stage, and it's because of that white gloss spray. This gloss spray, when it dries, it's glossy and it's acrylic, so it's going to resist any dye ink that you put on it. Okay, and this dilution spray is a dye ink. So if you put this down, even if you have a different color, pink, green, whatever color you have, you can use this same way. I just use white just to show you how white is so cool. But you could do this with pink, with green, with whatever. It's not going to mix with any color once it's dry because it is permanent. And it's going to resist any of your dye inks. So that is something to try and play around with. A really cool thing that has happened that I was not expecting, and I'll bring it close up to show you, but there are some spots where the color bloom reacted with the gloss spray, and I didn't know this, and this is why it's really important for you to have different kinds of sprays if you're into it, and play with them together, because you don't know what you're going to get, right, until you do this. And so can you see here, let's see if I can find it, right here, there's crackling. It's right here. It's happening over and over again, right here. Let's see, can you see it? Yeah, I think you can. So really, really cool. Unexpected, right? There's more cracking up there. Very cool. I suspect maybe the thicker it is, the more it's going to crack too. So I think I'm going to experiment more with that as I go. But this is awesome, okay? And what I suspect, I'm just going to wipe this. I'm going to have to do a real deep clean on my mat after. That's okay. All right. What I suspect, if I took a fresh baby wipe that was nice and wet, these aren't that wet anymore. Let me get a little bit of water, if I have some. I do. Okay. And I'm just going to get it nice and wet. Okay. And now I'm just going to take a little bit, and I'm going to kind of rub where the white parts are, where I know they are. Okay, and I'm going to try to keep using clean baby wipe. I think I could wipe away most of this blue off of where the white is if I really work at it. And if I let this black, I don't know where that came from. Yeah, see what's happening here? If I let the blue dry all the way, because it's still kind of wet in the star, if I was patient and let it dry all the way, do you see how this is just rubbing right off? Look at, and that makes that star even more pronounced and more prominent. So how cool is this? This is a fun technique. So much fun. And like I said, you don't have to have the white to do it, okay? But if you have the white, give it a try. You can do this with any color. This is one of the reasons why I love the gloss spray so much, because it allows you to do this kind of fun resist. And then it's another really fun way to use masks. So I gave you a mask. If you got April's kit, you have Nicole, the girl mask, that you could do this very same thing with, and how cool would that be? Look at this. I mean, wow. wow, it's just so cool. I love this page. I'm super excited about it. So again, we can still see our other pattern shining through, and it's really fun. But those stars are taking center stage there. Okay, so now I have this star, all right, and if I sprayed any of this on it, like maybe where that spot is in the middle that doesn't have much going on, it probably would stay there, but overall it's not going to stick anywhere because it's got the gloss spray on it. I kind of want to do a little bit of splatter of the green to bring the green back forward a little bit. So I'm just going to shake it up. And then I'm going to take the nozzle off and just use it like this. Okay, that was a big splatter. So I'm doing this, and then I'm going to, I don't even know if this will stay on here, honestly. I have no clue. We're testing it out. Okay, and then I'm going to use my baby wipe and just kind of, just have a little bit. Okay, we'll see if it dries, and if it stays on, I'm taking this guy off here, and then I think I'm going to use it. Why not? Use it in my layout. Okay, so now I think we're mostly dry. Okay, we're good. So what I want to do, the last final touch, I've got some Distress Oxide Black Soot, and I have my stamps. Remember I showed in the beginning. So I think I'm just going to use a couple of maybe smaller stamps, and let's see how they do on this surface. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about this, oxide ink might not be the best choice to go over the gloss spray. I think I might have to use some. So I've also got some VersaFine Clear and Stays On. One of these will have to work. I think I'm not going to use the Distress Oxide only because I don't think it's going to work on that gloss spray. Okay, so let's try the Clear ink. Let's try VersaFine Clear. So beautiful. And I'm just sort of like, ha, that's so pretty. Hopefully it's going to dry. We're just going to go with it and see how we do. Okay, and I like to do things in threes, as you know. Okay, and then we're going to take, okay, get off there. There we go. I'm just going to wipe that off real quick, and we'll get a different stamp. Maybe a slightly bigger one. I think that we could maybe do a slightly bigger one twice, so then we have 5 total. All right, any amount of odd numbers is good, and I think we need something up here. Whoops. Okay, that looks good. And then maybe one right here. Oh, I love stars so much. They make me so happy. Okay, I hope you have fun with this one. This is a really good shape to just play with, and it can be any kind of star. Honestly, any kind of star. Alright, so then I have this one that has 3, and I just want to try it. Can't have too many stars, right? So let's do like one off the side here. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, I like having these little guys. I think I'm going to take it off so I could just do them individually, because I kind of like having just one here and there. See, and it doesn't have to be perfect or particular. Nice. Okay, let's do one more up here. Let's see, am I good? I think I might be good. Yeah, I like this. I think this is fantastic. So we'll see how that Clear dries. I'm going to give it time to dry. And if it doesn't work, you know what I do? Go over the exact same spots with Stays On, and it'll be fine. Or it could even maybe emboss it or whatever. It'll be fine. It's just the journal. We're playing around. We're getting to know our supplies. So however it works out, it works out. Okay, so now I have this super amazing journal page. Hello, check that out. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Okay, so now I'm going to stick this guy on here. And I think if I just have even some, well, maybe I should use something a little stronger because it is sticking to a bunch of slick surfaces. So I'm just using some double stick tape in a couple spots. It doesn't have to be all that great, you know, it's just going in the journal. This is the time to be messy and crazy, right? Time to be messy and crazy. Okay. So now this guy's going in here. He's amazing. Oh, some more came off. I love it. All right, and then I think I like it right here. Okay, I'm just gonna stick him down. Oh, that's awesome. Some of my, I'll show you. What is that? My fingerprint or my handprint is on there. I like that it's a little bit distressy. That's pretty cool. Okay, now I'm going to maybe use one of these. Okay. As a sentiment, Starlight, Star Bright. That's kind of cool. Let's do it. Or just Shine. How about we do just Shine? I like that actually more. Shine. Okay, so this one I will put on the block for sure. And we're going to stamp right on there. So I'm going to use the Stays On just to make sure. Let's see how we... Is it juiced up enough? I always feel like my black Stays On is never quite juicy enough. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I like it right there. It's too much. That's okay. I pushed down too hard, but it's fine. It's my journal. It's for me. You can still read it. Look at how pretty. Okay, so now when this is dry, I'm definitely going to do some doodles over the edge of this to bring that out more. Probably going to do doodles around some of the other stars and the other shapes here. Maybe bring some of those back out. I don't know. That will be for another day. Like I said, I do my doodles later on because you really got to give this time to fully dry so you don't wreck your your paint markers or whatever it is you're going to doodle with. So that is that for today. Check this out. I love this page. And now I have this page already started for some other layout that I can do later on. All right, I hope that this was fun for you. I hope you're playing with all your sprays. I might even challenge you to get out some other sprays that you have from different brands. Maybe your oxide spray or distress stain, ink stain, or Seth Apter spray or Marabou art spray. I mean, try them all. You know, try different ones together. See what kind of reactions you get. I had no idea I was going to get this awesome crackling, and the longer it dries, the more crackle I get. How cool is that? So definitely try your new color blooms if you've never used those before. I think you're going to fall in love with them. I'm trying to get all the colors in the shop too, so if you want to get more colors, they're available for you. And I can't wait to see your pages. Have the most wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.